Hello everybody, welcome to Season 1, Episode 5 of My Cadaver's Horror Pub Trivia. I'm Mike Cadaver.
And I'm Betty Cadaver. And tonight's the last episode of Season 1.
So, did we save the best for last?
No.
Did we do anything to make this episode extra special?
Also no. But here we are, giving everyone their fill of Horror Pub Trivia needs.
That is not a bad point. That's a good point, actually. Wow. Good job.
I know.
Why don't I go ahead and tell you how this game works before we get into it?
Psych.
Hi, me Trivia Gorilla. Me tell you how to play horror trivia. There are 3 rounds of 10 questions. We'll ask the questions and give you 15 seconds to answer, with a spot to pause the video if you need more time. After all the questions in the round have been asked and you've had a chance to answer, we'll go over the questions again with the correct answer. There will be a break between rounds. Obviously, you're welcome to play this trivia any way you want, but here are a couple of suggestions. Grab a pen and paper and keep track of your answers as they come in, and keep score however you want. Or go on your phone to trivia.corpsecollective.com and use that website to create a game session for you and your friends to play together wherever you are. Just know that the questions on the app are multiple choice, so it may be easier if you go to the website. You'll see a link as to how to use the app. Click that if you have any questions. The app will grade and score your answers and let you know how you did versus your friends. So, Trivia Gorilla says, have fun.
The rounds this episode start with the warm-up round, of course, human monsters, and finally, the supernatural.
And as we get into the warm-up round, just remember, it's like the stretch before the workout.
It's like studying for a test.
It's like the jalapeno poppers before your delicious meal.
Or it's like locking your door before the purge starts.
It's just like that. Let's go. Number 1. At the end of the 2001 film The Others, what did the Mother Grace figure out about herself and her children? Question number 2. What is written on the hotel door in The Shining from 1980? Number 3. What is the name of the girl who was possessed in the 1973 movie The Exorcist? Number 4. Who was the actual father in the movie Rosemary's Baby? Number 5. Who hosted the original Twilight Zone TV series? Number 6. What is the name of the main character in Pitch Black from 2000 who has surgically modified his eyes to allow him to see in the dark? Number 7. What 2005 Eli Roth film is set in Slovakia and features elite hunters? Number 8. Buster Keaton's granddaughter, Camille Keaton, starred in what controversial 1978 revenge flick that was later remade in 2010? Number 9. What actor plays the character Jim Halsey in the 1986 road movie The Hitcher? Number 10. What 2016 film is about a deaf rider who gets stalked by a masked killer in an isolated house in the woods? Number 1. At the end of the 2001 film The Others, what did the mother Grace figure out about herself and her children? They were dead. This atmospheric supernatural horror film did a killer job at the box office, despite it being a real bummer, man. Nicole Kidman plays a mother who has 2 children that are extremely photosensitive. This film has some great scares, a killer atmosphere, and a twist that would make M. Night Shyamalan jealous. Question number 2. What is written on the hotel door in The Shining from 1980? Red rum. I'll never forget watching this movie for the first time. I was enjoying it good enough, but when the fully naked lady came out of the bath, I was loving it. I can't express how much pain and confusion that came over me when she swapped into the old diseased lady's body. However, I'm proud to say that after 25 years of therapy, I'm finally able to go back into public. Number 3. What is the name of the girl who was possessed in the 1973 movie The Exorcist? Reagan McNeil. William Peter Blatty's novel that this film was based on is supposedly based on a real-life happening of a 1949 exorcism performed on a young boy. I don't know to what extent portions of the film happened in real life, but I'll tell you what. Wouldn't it be weird if some other movies were based off real stories, maybe say Frankenhooker? Or even better yet, Beach Babes from Beyond? A man can dream. Number 4. Who was the actual father in the movie Rosemary's Baby? Satan. The inspiration to countless horror movies, Satan is a stalwart in the genre. Roman Polanski wasn't done making movies about Satan with this movie either. He directed 1999's The Ninth Gate, which might be the greatest movie ever made. I said maybe. Number 5. Who hosted the original Twilight Zone TV series? Rod Serling. Rod Serling wasn't only the tight-lipped Twilight Zone's narrator, he actually wrote on the show. He once tried to write the story of a young black man named Emmett Till who was accused of flirting with a white woman, so her husband and brother brutally murdered him. The censors would not allow such a story to be told in those days. Tired and discouraged because of these censors, Serling created the Twilight Zone to tell the stories related to societal issues that could be told through metaphor and allegory. Number 6. What is the name of the main character in Pitch Black from 2000 who has surgically modified his eyes to allow him to see in the dark? Riddick. I didn't know this, but it's Richard B. Riddick, so it's Dick Riddick. Riddick's story has been told in 4 films: Pitch Black, The Chronicles of Riddick, The Chronicles of Riddick Dark Fury, which is an animated film, and Riddick. Vin Diesel tries to be the ultimate badass in these films. Does it succeed? You be the judge. Number 7. What 2005 Eli Roth film is set in Slovakia and features elite hunters? Hostel. This clandestine murder-for-profit organization captures all sorts of human prey that is in turn bid upon. The highest bidder gets to come in and torture and kill the prisoner. I don't know, man. If I was on the board of tourism for any of these Eastern European countries, I'd be pretty pissed off with Hostel 1 and 2. These probably did more to scare off would-be tourists than Vlad Dracul ever did. Number 8. Buster Keaton's granddaughter, Camille Keaton, starred in what controversial 1978 revenge flick that was later remade in 2010? I Spit on Your Grave or Day of the Woman? One of the most physically and emotionally brutal films ever to be made, Camille Keaton really puts herself out there for this role. Though not the first film in the rape-revenge subgenre, this made a huge impact in the grindhouse scene. Number 9. What actor plays the character Jim Halsey in the 1986 road movie The Hitcher? C. Thomas Howell. This film preys upon a fear that I imagine everybody has thought about while they were on a road trip. How many serial killers have thought about picking up their prey posing as a lifeline to an innocent person? Actually, how many times has a hitchhiker gotten picked up and murdered a good Samaritan? Ugh, I'm minding my own business and walking. Number 10. What 2016 film is about a deaf rider who gets stalked by a masked killer in an isolated house in the woods? Hush. In an early episode of this show, we had a whole round of questions about masters of horror, many of which involve the old guard such as Wes Craven, John Carpenter, and George Romero. The director of this film, Mike Flanagan, is well on his way to joining these stalwarts. Hush wasn't his first horror movie, but it was early on in his career. Since then, he's added so many great films to his list. Gerald's Game, Dr. Sleep, and even the series Midnight Mass are all excellent entries into the horror genre.
When you were a child, did they warn you about the boogeyman? The boogeyman. He hurt bad children and did terrible things to their mommies. But you can't kill the boogeyman. Now, the most terrifying nightmare of childhood returns. The boogeyman. The boogeyman. He's going to get you. And you. And you.
Scare me.
Had its own power. The boogeyman. You can't hide from him. By the time they believe in him, it'll be too late. The boogeyman, he's going to get you. son. Put it down. Cannibalism.
Vietnam vet, barricaded in the flea market, taking pot shots at the cops outside.
Okay, that's enough.
Wait a minute. Please try to understand. Listen to me. While she was here, I had this urge to bite her. To bite her, you understand? Like Bukowski.
We got it. There's no exit there.
My lords and ladies, geeks, geekarellas, geekulas, and geekeritas, I am Lord Blooddraw, host of Lord Blooddraw's Nerve-Wracking Theater, and you are watching OSI 74. Because let's face it, what has reality done for you lately?
So let us remember the past, honor the present, and be amused by the future.
I predict that you will invest in a piece of film history, the original black backdrop for night scenes in the 1959 cult classic Plan 9 from Outer Space was amazingly found at quality studios during the making of a documentary. 1.5 to 2 inch squares were affixed to a certificate of authenticity signed by Plan 9 actor Conrad Brooks and Buddy Barnett of cult movies. This is a limited edition collectible, and when they're gone, they're gone. A must for every Ed Wood fan. Order yours today for only $29.99. Free shipping in the US. Can you prove it didn't happen? Order today, only $29.99. Visit us at osi74.com or call us at 1-321-252-4574.
You won't believe your eyes.
B movies. On your computer and on the TV.
Somebody needs parental guidance.
Y'all don't be scared. Turn into midnight frights.
All right, let's get ready for round 2, human monsters. What is that, like serial killers?
Yeah.
Okay, you know I could never be a serial killer, right?
Yeah, why?
Well, okay, so bear with me here. When they finally catch a serial killer and they're interviewing the neighbors, they're always like, oh, he was such a sweet man. I can't imagine he would ever do anything like that, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think that my family and our neighbors, they totally could think that I'm capable of that. So there you go.
Well, your logic isn't strong, but let's get on to the round.
Question number 1. What was the name of Buffalo Bill's dog in The Silence of the Lambs, 1991? Question number 2. What actress plays a psychotherapist who enters the mind of a comatose serial killer in the 2000 film The Cell? Question number 3. Name all of the films in Rob Zombie's Firefly Family trilogy. Question number 4. What do the gang of killers wear for disguises in the 2011 movie You're Next? Question number 5. What is the name of the serial killer in the 2004 movie Saw? Question number 6. Name the movie. No, please don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. I want to be in the sequel. Question number 7. What 2008 movie starring Bradley Cooper featured a killer known as Mahogany who mutilated victims in a subway car? Question number 8. The 1972 version of The Last House on the Left was the directorial debut for which master of horror? Question number 9. Christian Bale played Patrick Bateman, the homicidal main character in the 2000 film American Psycho, based on the book by which American author? Question number 10. Psycho, 1960, was the first post-Hays Code American film to show what? Question number 1. What was the name of Buffalo Bill's dog in The Silence of the Lambs, 1991? Precious. I guess we can't assume that all dog lovers are psychopaths based solely on this movie, but that doesn't mean that they aren't. Ted Levine let it all hang out in this portrayal of Jamie Gumb in this film. Actually, that doesn't make any sense. He didn't let it hang out at all. In fact, he did the opposite and tucked it, I guess. Anyhow, top-notch performances by Ted Levine, Jodie Foster, and Anthony Hopkins. It's no wonder why it was the third film in history to win the Big Five at the Academy Award. Best Writing, Best Director, Best Leading Actor, Best Leading Actress, and the Best Film. Question number 2. What actress plays a psychotherapist who enters the mind of a comatose serial killer in the 2000 film The Cell? Jennifer Lopez. I would have thought that more movies would have ripped off The Cell by now. This definitely has a style of its own and it's very unique and chilling. Speaking of unique and chilling, Jennifer Lopez actually does a great job playing off a mentally traumatizing performance by Vincent D'Onofrio. Question number 3. Name all of the films in Rob Zombie's Firefly family trilogy. House of a Thousand Corpses, The Devil's Rejects, 3 from Hell. Rob Zombie is an interesting filmmaker. He definitely plays homage to the Grindhouse film from the 70s in this trilogy. Love him or think he's a hack, there's no denying that he makes everything his own, especially with the Halloween films he directed. Unfortunately, Sid Haig passed away before he was able to finish this trilogy. He played the basically feral Captain Spaulding. I wonder what 3 from Hell would have ended up like if he had still been with us. Question number 4. What do the gang of killers wear for disguises in the 2011 movie You're Next? Animal masks. As if family reunions aren't bad enough, it gets even worse when masked killers lay siege to Aaron and Crispian's house. Written by Simon Barrett, whose wiener you see in one of the VHS movies, and directed by Adam Wingard, this stars a lot of up-and-comers from this era including A.J. Bowen, Simon Barrett, Joe Swanberg, and Sharni Vinson, while at the same time including traditional horror faces such as Barbara Crampton and Larry Fessenden. Question number 5. What is the name of the serial killer in the 2004 movie Saw? John Kramer. I fucking hate these movies, but Mike wants them in, so here we are. John Kramer, after a failed suicide attempt and finding a brand new appreciation for life, is now putting other people into traps that he engineered so they can choose to live or die and hopefully gain a new appreciation for their lives. You'd think that there would be a less damaging way to make your point, but oh well. Question number 6. Name the movie. No, please don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. I want to be in the sequel. Scream, 1996. Reigniting the slasher craze for a brand new audience, Scream's meta approach really appealed to horror audiences. Wes Craven's second big franchise, Scream, recently released its 5th sequel at the time of this recording. Though I was never a fan of the mask design, there's no denying it has been a huge success. Question number 7. What 2008 movie starring Bradley Cooper featured a killer known as Mahogany who mutilated victims in a subway car? Midnight Meat Train. Originally a novella written by Clive Barker and found in his Books of Blood, this spins a tale about what goes on in a big city when it's left to the real puppet masters. Bradley Cooper and Vinnie Jones star in this film with a cameo by none other than Ted Raimi. Question number 8. The 1972 version of The Last House on the Left was the directorial debut for which master of horror? Wes Craven. This film, based on the Swedish film The Virgin Spring, directed by Ingmar Bergman, is one of the most brutal and discouraging movies I've ever seen. Craven, director of A Nightmare on Elm Street, worked with Sean Cunningham, producer and director of the original Friday the 13th, in developing this film. So basically, this is the film version of the band, Damn Yankees, when Tommy Shaw and Ted Nugent got together. Actually, it's the complete opposite of that, since they got together on this movie before they became known for their respective franchises. Question number 9. Christian Bale played Patrick Bateman, the homicidal main character in the 2000 film American Psycho, based on the book by which American author? Bret Easton Ellis. The novel was published in 1991, and it only took 9 years for this to be adapted for the big screen. I realize that when you hear this title, you probably immediately think of Christian Bale's performance as Patrick Bateman. He did such a superb job. Like, he really killed it. No pun intended. However, if you think the movie is disturbing, try giving the novel a shot. Question number 10. Psycho, 1960, was the first post-Hays Code American film to show what? A toilet. I mean, yeah, that's where you put your poop, so why show it? Also, to be more clear, this wasn't the first movie ever to show a toilet flush, but it was the first movie to show a toilet flush post-Hays Code. The Hays Code is a whole other issue. It wasn't a governmental decency law, it was just the Motion Picture Producer and Distributors of America. The MPPDA was just a bunch of regular jackasses who came up with the draconian and ridiculous set of rules for motion pictures. Some examples of those ridiculous rules were, no criminal act in a film could go unpunished, and also, no offense to the clergy can be shown. Ridiculous!
The test results weren't very promising. You are suffering from severe romantic valvular heart disease.
In major hospitals throughout America, heart transplant surgery has become almost routine.
The transplanted heart must come from someone whose body tissue is similar to your own.
The real problem is finding a healthy heart and removing it from the donor immediately after death.
You told me yesterday that I'm gonna die, and you're telling me now to be patient?
But at Memorial Hospital, they've developed a method that guarantees a donor exactly when needed.
I can arrange for your wife to get the heart she needs.
Through a simple and instantaneous procedure known as murder.
Or would you rather leave everything up to chance, as the doctor suggested?
Cardiac arrest.
Same MO, the heart's missing.
With the skill of a surgeon.
We're talking about complex medical procedures, not a simple appendectomy.
And the conscience of a killer. Someone is stealing life for sale to the highest bidder.
Sounds like it's going to cost me a lot of money. Worth it, Mr. Gregory, worth it.
Until the attacks are stopped, no one is truly safe.
We think you're next on the list.
Cardiac arrest. Anybody's heart is available.
Don't say anything or you're dead.
Even yours.
Within this old house live two residents. One of them is John Russell, composer, professor. The other has been dead for over 70 years.
Claire, I'd like to talk to you about the house.
Did you die in this house? How did you die?
Whatever it is trying desperately to communicate. What is it in that house, Claire? What is it doing? Why is it trying to reach me?
It's a hand.
I'm John Russell. I'm living in your house. Senator, look, I want to show him that. You've got something of the senator's. He wants it back.
John?
What is it you want? What do you want from me?
Many films will frighten you, but only a few can really terrify you. The Changeling, an experience beyond total fear.
Let's drink a kiss, we turn superhero. We take the drink everywhere we go. A sexy girl with the badge, we Sergeant Kabuki Man.
From Midtown Manhattan, deep within the bowels of Monkey Left Studios, Kabuki Man's Cocktail Corner. And here's your host, Sergeant Kabuki Man, NYPD.
Konnichiwa! I am Sergeant Kabuki Man, NYPD, and you're about to get involved with me. Ow!
No ability to use this for any purpose whatsoever, either for free or for money. You want to test me in the court? If we did not buy ownership, we bought exclusivity. And if you want to try and check me out, and you go ahead and try and do something with it, and I'm going to sue your ass. You can never use it without our permission.
Maybe he's right.
So I sent you the check. I own it or I control it. You can never use it for anything without my permission. And if you want to challenge me, we'll go to court tomorrow and I'll prove you wrong. And you want to find out? Let's go.
Maybe he's right.
What the heck?
How about that? I'm going to be copied. I'm going to be copied.
Go to the lawyer right now. Let's talk it out.
Gimme, gimme, gimme.
I'm not going to...
I need some more. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Don't ask what for.
What's around with you about this?
Gimme, gimme, gimme. I need some more. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Don't ask what for. Gimme, gimme, gimme. I need some more. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Don't ask what for. Gimme, gimme, gimme. I need some more. Gimme, gimme, gimme.
This round we're talking about movies that deal with the supernatural. Do you believe in ghosts?
Well, that's a tough question, because if I say yes, half the audience thinks that I'm totally naive, and if I say no, the other half thinks that I'm being closed-minded. So what I will do is quote the great philosopher Winston Zedmore and say, if there's a steady paycheck involved, I'll believe anything you say.
Tell them about the Twinkies.
What?
Tell them about the Twinkies! You know, I thought we were quoting Mr. Zedmore.
Oh, right. My mind is totally blank.
Yeah. Let's get on to the round.
Number 1. What 2010 psychological horror film contains a son that has astral projected into a realm called the Further? Number 2. What is the name of the cat in Pet Sematary? Number 3. What 1998 film directed by Wes Craven centers around an anthropologist sent to Haiti to research voodoo? Number 4. What director of The Omen went on to direct the 1987 film Superman, the second greatest superhero film of all time after Superman 2? Number 5. Which actress plays Claire Spencer in the movie What Lies Beneath? Number 6. What 1990 film featuring Lou Diamond Phillips has his character trying to bring the pentagram killer to justice? Number 7. This 2001 remake that stars Matthew Lillard prompted the film critic Roger Ebert to claim the movie was literally too painful to watch. Number 8. In the 2006 film Silent Hill, what sound signals the transformation of the town into a nightmarish dimension? Number 9. What type of animal terrorizes Jennifer Connelly in Dario Argento's Phenomena from 1985? Number 10. What 2013 Guillermo del Toro produced film features a young couple who take in their 2 feral nieces and a supernatural spirit? Number 1. What 2010 psychological horror film contains a son that has astral projected into a realm called the Further? Insidious. Produced by one of the most prolific horror movie studios as of late, Blumhouse, we are currently sitting at the original plus 4 sequels. Lee Whannell and James Wan have their paws in each of these movies. They're the guys responsible for the original Saw film. Love 'em or hate 'em, Blumhouse Pictures is all in when making horror movies. Having heard an interview with Jason Blum, their formula is to make many medium-budgeted horror films, giving up-and-comers a chance, instead of making one tentpole film featuring only safe-bet folks involved. Number 2. What is the name of the cat in Pet Sematary? Church. I don't know if cats can act or if they're just evil to begin with, because this cat is evil. Having a cat and understanding the hatred and spite that they hold in their hearts, I can't imagine how bad my cat would be if we dragged his butt back from kitty heaven. Number 3. What 1998 film directed by Wes Craven centers around an anthropologist sent to Haiti to research voodoo? The Serpent and the Rainbow. The script for this film was adapted based on a non-fiction book also called The Serpent and the Rainbow. That makes sense because this film offers up an uber-realistic look at zombies. These are not the Romero zombies that we're used to, but The White Zombie, the film from 1932 starring Bela Lugosi, where there is a potion used in the voodoo religion that can turn live people into zombies. The look into another culture and their folk magic and other beliefs and rituals, along with Bill Pullman's performance, make this film a must-see. Number 4. What director of The Omen went on to direct the 1987 film Superman, the second greatest superhero film of all time after Superman 2? Richard Donner. Man, I don't care what anybody says. This is not a debate. Even with the oversaturation of superhero movies these days, Superman 2 is the greatest one ever to be produced. Suck it, nerds! The Omen, probably the most ubiquitous film about the Antichrist, coming to usher in Satan's return, is a real classic, since we're not talking about Superman 2 anymore. Number 5. Which actress plays Claire Spencer in the movie What Lies Beneath? Michelle Pfeiffer. This film stars Michelle Pfeiffer opposite Harrison Ford. Some heavy hitters involved in this film, and apparently this was a box office success. However, there aren't too many horror fans still talking about this. Yes, there's a supernatural angle to this, but to me it seemed like some mystery thriller for the normies. Number 6. What 1990 film featuring Lou Diamond Phillips has his character trying to bring the pentagram killer to justice? The First Power. Lou Diamond is always a pleasure to watch work, but his performance in this movie is what really makes it great. He plays a cop who has been tasked with catching the pentagram killer, played by Jeff Kober. If you don't recognize Kober by his name, I guarantee you'll recognize him by his face. Poor old Lou Diamond has to contend with the killer who was executed in the gas chamber but has managed to come back to life through the power of Satan. Number 7. This 2001 remake that stars Matthew Lillard prompted the film critic Roger Ebert to claim the movie was literally too painful to watch. 13 Ghosts. Listen, this dude really seemed to hate horror movies. Apparently there were people who appreciated his opinion on films, but I am definitely not one of them. Dude took time out of his busy schedule to cynically hate on Phantasm, Hellraiser, The Hitcher, and many others. I happen to think that 13 Ghosts from 2001 was a pretty fun watch. Number 8. In the 2006 film Silent Hill, what sound signals the transformation of the town into a nightmarish dimension? An air raid siren. I will never forget the first time I played the game that this movie is based on. It was on the original PlayStation, and looking back, the graphics were awful, but back then, they were what we were accustomed to. Regardless of how the graphics were, the sound design was what terrorized me the most. Not only the creepy score, but the static that comes over the radio that gets louder when an enemy is nearby. I think that this was a bit of a misunderstood film, because in my opinion, the vibe was really good at matching the game's vibe. You can go ahead and read folks' gripes about this movie, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. Number 9. What type of animal terrorizes Jennifer Connelly in Dario Argento's Phenomena from 1985? A chimpanzee with a straight razor. A good friend of the trivia gorilla, Inga the chimp, and TG get together for drinks quite often. It can get a little unruly sometimes, so he's made sure that if they're spending time here, the straight razor stays at home. This movie is all about a character played by young Jennifer Connelly who seemingly has a psychic connection to insects. Admittedly, I haven't seen this in quite a while, but what is an entomologist doing with a pet chimp? Number 10. What 2013 Guillermo del Toro produced film features a young couple who take in their 2 feral nieces and a supernatural spirit? Mama! This PG-13 supernatural thriller actually packs in the scares. Guillermo del Toro served as the executive producer on this movie with Andy Muschietti directing. It was actually based on his and his wife's short film by the same name. Oh, there you have it, everybody. That was episode 5. It's also the end of season 1. Just want to thank you guys for checking us out. Also, rest assured that season 2 is already in production and should be along shortly.
We hope you guys had a great time. If you have any thoughts or suggestions, make sure you email us at contact@horrorpubtrivia.com.
And don't forget to check out the Corpse Cast at corpsecollective.com or wherever else fine podcasts are found.
For the last time this season, I'm Betty Cadaver.
And I'm Mike Cadaver.
We hope you had a great time.
Do we?
No.
You call this power, man.